Have you ever felt like your battery low notification has been on for 3 years straight? Have you ever spent all your time helping others around you, but when you were the one drowning, no one even threw you a rope? Honestly, it's a vibe we know all too well. This is a powerful moral story in English about a guy who gave every ounce of his heart away until he realized he'd left himself with nothing. It's one of those life lessons that hits a little too close to home. Once upon a time, in a small, breathtakingly quiet town called Willow Creek, Montana, tucked away in the mountains where the pines are tall and the Wi-Fi is spotty, lived a man named Jack. Jack was that asterisk guy, the one everyone loved for his kindness and compassion. He wasn't some billionaire or local celebrity, but he had the biggest heart in the entire county. If a neighbor's cow decided to go on a solo road trip, Jack provided the community support to track it down. If a roof was leaking during a thunderstorm, Jack was already up on the ladder performing home maintenance. If someone was short on groceries, he'd literally give them his own dinner, showing a level of generosity that was honestly legendary. Everyone in town said, Jack is the heart of Willow Creek. But behind that always happy to help smile, Jack was struggling. He was the poster child for caregiver burnout, and deep down, he was incredibly lonely. Every single morning, before he'd even had his coffee, Jack was hauling heavy water jugs to the porch of Mrs. Gable, an elderly widow. Then he'd spend hours helping a neighbor with a tedious fence repair. By the time the sun went down, he'd be exhausted from working his own small farm. But when he finally walked through his own front door, his house was a mess of neglect. The porch steps were literally rotting. His windows were cracked, and the dust was settling thick on the floor. He'd just sigh, look at the mess, and whisper, I'll fix it tomorrow. But tomorrow never came because he was too busy neglecting self-care. One evening, just as Jack was finally sitting down, a young boy named Leo came sprinting to his gate, looking terrified. Mr. Jack, my dad's prize steer just tumbled into the ravine. Please, you're the only one who can help. Without even checking his own pulse, Jack ran to provide an emergency rescue. He pulled, strained, and fought against the mud with everything he had until the massive animal was back on solid ground. The crowd cheered. Jack was the hero again. But that night, walking home in the dark, the world started to tilt. He felt a wave of extreme physical exhaustion. His legs felt like lead. His chest felt tight. And just as he reached his front door, he suffered a total physical collapse from stress. For 2 long days, Jack lay weak and feverish inside his quiet house, desperately needing a recovery from illness. He kept looking at the door, waiting for someone, anyone, to check on his mental health. He thought of Mrs. Gable or the neighbors he'd spent his life serving, but the silence was deafening. No one came. Everyone just assumed, oh, Jack, he's probably out helping someone else. No one realized he was the one who needed emotional support this time. Staring up at his water-stained ceiling, he whispered, I gave my heart to everyone. But where is everyone now? It was the crushing weight of feeling unappreciated. On the 3rd day, an old traveler named Silas wandered into town. A guy who radiated that wise grandpa energy, a total inspirational mentor. He found Jack slumped by his door, looking like a ghost. Silas gave him a drink of water and sat on the porch. Son, he asked gently, why are you carrying the world on your back all alone? Jack just looked at him and said, I was so busy helping everyone else, I forgot to take care of myself." Silas nodded and offered some motivational advice that changed everything. "My child, you cannot light another man's lantern if your own flame is going out. Self-love is important, but it has to start with you. You can't pour from an empty cup." Those words hit Jack like a lightning bolt, sparking a massive personal growth journey. The next morning, Jack didn't rush out to help anyone. He stood up slowly, focused on overcoming fatigue. For the first time in forever, he decided to prioritize self-care. He spent the whole day cleaning his own space. He hammered new boards onto his porch. He even planted a row of bright, happy marigolds, a small but symbolic way of improving his environment. And every single evening, he started walking down to the river to just be asterisk. He started practicing mindfulness, watching the sunset and breathing in the mountain air, something he'd never allowed himself to do before. Word got around Willow Creek fast. People started whispering, "Jack's changed." He started setting healthy boundaries, which meant he didn't immediately drop everything whenever someone called. Jack would just smile and tell them, "I'm still here for you, but I'm filling my own cup first now." As the weeks went by, his skin cleared up, his eyes brightened, and he finally found his emotional balance. When a neighbor asked for a favor, he'd calmly say, "Let me finish my own chores first, then I'll see what I can do." It was the ultimate lesson in work-life balance. It took a minute for the town to adjust, but soon they saw the beauty of his positive lifestyle changes. Jack was happier, stronger, and ironically, he was actually a better friend because he wasn't running on fumes. One evening, Mrs. Gable came by with a plate of cookies. "You've taught us a lot about mental wellness, Jack," she said. "We thought love meant giving yourself away until there was nothing left. But you showed us we have to save some for ourselves too." Jack smiled and replied, "When you practice self-love, the love you give everyone else actually means more." Slowly, the whole town caught the vibe. People started helping one another, but they also started respecting their own emotional health. Willow Creek became a place of genuine balance. As the sun dipped behind the mountains one evening, Jack sat by the river, feeling whole. He closed his eyes and whispered, "Loving yourself first isn't selfish. It's how you actually learn to love." Look, the world is loud and the hustle is real, but you can't help anyone if your own heart is on empty. You can't love anyone deeply if you don't love yourself first. Take the nap, set the boundary. Take time to focus on yourself because the world doesn't need your burnout, it needs your light. If this inspiring story made you want to go give yourself some major main character energy, show us some love. Smash that like button. Share this with your friend who's currently suffering from burnout. You know the one. And subscribe to Prime Motion. We're here to help you grow your English vocabulary and move your life in the right direction. See you in the next